This is Bill Quarter with one question for today's presentation. Are you aware of the importance of our microbial genes? Those are the genes associated with the microbes that we have in our intestines. Now, we just completed the Human Genome Project. When we started the project, most scientists felt they would find around 100,000 human genes. They were shocked to find only around 20,000 human genes. That's about the same amount of genes in a fruit fly. So the amount of genes that we have as humans is not significantly greater than the genes that we find through a variety of species throughout the planet. So what do we have? And what gives us a huge advantage? It's the microbes and the genes of those microbes. Most individuals have somewhere between 2 million and 20 million microbes in their intestinal system. And the more you have, the better. I've shared before that if you look at skin color, it can tell you the latitude of your ancestors. If you look at your microbes and specifically examine the genes in those microbes, it can tell you where you've grown up, where you've lived. And so you can take an individual's, let's say, stool sample, totally blind, and the scientists can evaluate it and tell you this person grew up in France, this person grew up in China, this person grew up in Turkey, this person grew up in Ethiopia, this person grew up in Australia. It's that specific. Now, what's the disadvantage for Americans? The disadvantage for Americans is that when you look at other countries, they're closer to having 20 million microbes. We're closer to having 2 million. We have lower number and lower diversity. That has a negative impact on our health. Now, why is that? Most people in this country eat around 25 to 30 of the same foods week after week after week. If you ask people to do a food chart, to put down all the different foods they've eaten in the last month, you're surprised at the repetition. Some people have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every single day of the week. They eat the same thing over and over and over again. That doesn't give you the diversity of microbes. It doesn't lead to increased intestinal health. You want diversity. So here's the habit that I would like to recommend for each individual, and that is to expand your palate, to expand your plate, not in terms of calories, but in terms of different types of food. If you love to cook, then start to try to cook some Japanese food, or Chinese food, or Indian food. But if you don't have time to cook, don't be one of the 23 million Americans who go to McDonald's every single day. You're getting the same food every single day, or at least the same microbes every single day. Instead, if you have the money, have the time, start varying your restaurants. Don't always just go to the Mexican restaurant or the Chinese restaurant. Vary them as much as you can. Try Thailand. Try a Vietnamese restaurant. If you vary your restaurants, you'll start to improve your diversity of microbes. You'll start to increase your number of microbes. And the higher the number of microbes, again, the better digestion. And the better digestion, the better your health. And just to repeat and close, your health is reflective of your intestines. Your intestines contribute to the neurochemicals in your brain. They contribute to the antibodies in your immune system. They affect your entire health. So increase your diversity, increase your plate, and watch your health begin to improve. Thank you.